who will be this year's C.J. Stroud? Tough bar to clear, Chris.
I mean,
if there will be a this year's C.J. Stroud, do you think someone can do it?
I do think somebody can. I mean, I'm going to pick Caleb Williams. If there's a guy to do it, it's him. And then, of course, what goes into that? Like, there's the support system around him. You just talked about Odunze there. I mean, Odunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore, you get to walk into football, and those are your receivers with Cole Kmet at tight end, right? An offense that I'm not going to say I'm in love with in Shane Waldron and what he did up there with the Seattle Seahawks, but I like it. To me,
Can
showed
I cut you
me.
off?
Yeah.
I have this is like a fan perspective question.
Right.
Do you think we'll see a different Waldron without the Pete Carroll influence?
I do think there's a possibility.
Because coming from the McVay tree, I always wondered that.
Right.
I never want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, clearly, but I am curious to see him have a little bit more keys to the car.
Yeah, right. I don't doubt that. I think Pete is one that kind of goes like, hey, I'd like
Run
to
the
play
ball.
like this. I want to do this right here.
Yep.
And then you got to kind of color within those lines a little, right? That's hard. It really is. I'm hopeful of that. And, again, to have those guys, to have that pick, to have that offense, he's in a spot to be able to attack. And I think the fact that they take him, Rome Odunze, at 9 shows you that they think Caleb Williams can attack right from day one. Now, like you said, those are lofty expectations. I mean, there's only been 2 people in the history of the sport that have had rookie years like C.J. Stroud. One is him, and the other one is Dan Marino, really. That's it. So, those are lofty expectations, but I do think Caleb Williams is NFL ready, and then, of course, has the pieces around him.
And then you think of, it's Caleb Williams for me. There's just no other answer, right? And I know people are like, well, will Odunze play a lot, this and that? Number one, he shouldn't, 11 personnel. Keenan Allen's missed some time over the last 2 years.
Right.
Like
It's getting up there.
Yeah, he's a 32-year-old wide receiver.
Exactly.
I mean, there should be a big opportunity for Odunze. I liked that pick a lot. I think it's Caleb Williams as well. I think the question is, does he have to produce like C.J. Stroud? They have good defense.
Right.
We think they'll be able to control the game pretty well. They've added to the backfield. The offensive line looks better.
Yep.
Like with Stroud last year, there was a couple times where Slowick just had to be like, all right, we got to throw this time to win.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Caleb will be asked to do that.
No, I know. I think it'll be a little bit. They'll try to limit the burden on him early on in the year. And I think the Texans tried to do that a little last year at the start of the year.
Definitely.
They
were a little run heavy in the first half.
They did. But then it kind of got to, wait, this guy can handle this. And their defense started letting up a few points. And like you said, they kind of got put in a corner in a few games with like, we have no choice but just to unleash it and see where it goes. And he thrived in those situations. Like you think about like the Buccaneers game, week 9, right? That was one where it became a shootout. That was to me the first time I went, whoa, like shootout, and like that dude was comfortable and like making plays the whole game and like wow throws, and then it seemed like it exploded from there. I would think they try to do that. Again, defensive coach, I don't think he's going to want the game to be, hey, throw all the time, especially early on, or at least until he proves he can like be efficient and move the ball like that on a consistent basis. Yo, homies, what's up? I know it's the offseason, but it's never the offseason on Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Me and Ahmed Fareed are going to be here for it all. We got free agency. We're going to break it all down. The draft, the rankings of positions. Of course, we're going to unpack it all. Hit subscribe. Get to my free agency reactions, 2024 draft rankings, and more. Thanks again for watching. Peace out, homies. See you soon.